Cookie.
Hi, Biscuit.
Cookie,
Yeah, Biscuit.
why are we called the Petal Cafe?
We're called the Petal Cafe because we love to imagine the before times. The pre-calamity times when we would sit down at a coffee shop with our friends and chat over a hot drink and a pastry. We aim to recreate that feeling while we keep that conversation going. Today, we get to continue that conversation with our guest, ShayIsPlaying, while we talk about Spiritfarer.
Woot! Here at the Petal Cafe, we believe that anyone can be a capital G gamer. Hey, I got it right this time.
First time!
Even if you're not into esports and first-person shooters, but those are still totally valid. We spend our precious downtime adventuring, exploring, building worlds, and appreciating games that give us that cozy vibe. If you know us, you'll know that we started with Animal Crossing. But there's so much else out there. Grab a cup of your favorite bevy and settle in while we poke around the wholesome video games world with this week's special guest, ShayIsPlaying.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi, so I'm Cookie. I'm a variety streamer focusing on Nintendo and indie gems, mostly of the wholesome kind, not always. I've got two quite vocal cats who you might hear sometimes on the stream, and I also do art journaling. I usually stream on Wednesday evenings and Sundays at twitch.tv/ccookieland.
Hello, friends. I'm Biscuit. I'm also a variety streamer. I play both Nintendo and PC games. I have a vegan artisan soap shop, so sometimes I do soap streams. You can find it at turinsuds.com. I am also dog mom. My dog is named Petal. She's an 8-year-old Chihuahua. She's always on my stream. She's got her own little camera. And you can find me at twitch.tv/biscuit_TPC. Thank you, Valvin.
Yeah. Just a quick note to interject, if shout outs on this one aren't set up properly, so if there's a specific shout out you're looking for, it's probably !name, not SO. So !biscuit, Shay, etc. Speaking of Shay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is Shay. I also known as ShayIsPlaying. My pronouns are she, they. I consider myself like a cozy, kind of chaotic streamer. Kind of. I stream games like Pokemon, Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing recently, and Deltarune. Um, I got back into video games recently because of my brothers and because of Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing got me back into video games because of the panoramic. And I'm really happy to be here today.
We're happy to have you. Welcome in.
Welcome, Shay.
Thank you.
Should we get into some news of the week? Here, I made
two
a
computers,
thing for this.
two mice, too much going on.
1 second.
So news in the wholesome games world. So on the top of everybody's mind and or tongue.
Tiny bit of background music.
Okay. The biggin from yesterday.
Yes.
Is the Animal Crossing Direct. Oh, cute! You did a little thing. Oh,
I did a little thing.
That's cute. I like that lots. So the big news this week is the Animal Crossing Direct and the major update that's coming on November 5th, which has everybody excited and everybody restarting their islands.
Might I describe it as being in a tizzy?
Yes, I agree with that statement. In a tizzy is a thing. So
was there music I was supposed to hear? Theoretically, yes. If it's not working, that's okay.
Yeah, I can. No music yet. You want to work on that while I talk?
Yep.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
So in the Nintendo Direct that gave us the upcoming information about Animal Crossing, they only foreshadowed having Brewster and the Roost, which everybody lost their mind about.
We sure did.
Uh, I was like, okay, cool. The Roost, awesome, fantastic. I get to make coffee. I already did that for 9 years, but sure. Oh, I have it muted, so hang on.
In another life, Biscuit was a barista.
Yep. I was.
So this hits at a particularly personal way.
Yeah. So the Animal Crossing Direct was 20, is it almost 40 minutes of it said 20 minutes, but it was almost 40 minutes of information.
Well, it was 20 minutes, but it was
it was a really packed 20 minutes. I was so tired afterward. I was like, my brain was like, I can hear it if you guys deafen me, but only barely. Also
Okay.
with ears.
All right. Let me just make it a little louder then.
Okay. I forgot I have it muted, so I can't even hear it. So
that's okay. It's all good.
So I feel like also with all of the information that they gave, Brewster's Roost was very much overshadowed.
Yeah.
Insanely overshadowed. Exciting that you can, go to the Roost and you can bring use your amiibo cards and bring people to have coffee with you that are Animal Crossing characters, or have coffee with your friends. Very cool. Very, very cool. But that ended up getting overshadowed by the fact that we're getting Cap'n.
Yeah, what the heck?
Was one of the things that everyone was like, we need Cap'n, we need the mini games, we need the mini games and stuff like that, and who shows up on the direct right after Brewster's Roost? Cap'n.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, what?
Just a gosh darn second.
Wait, what?
There was so much that made me go wait, what? What is going on?
Exactly.
Right? I couldn't believe it.
Right? And then and it's not mini games, but going to different mystery islands that are different than the Nook Mile ticket islands.
Yeah.
Right?
Just a second. Although it costs the same amount of Nook Miles to do it.
Yes, it does. It does. Instead of a Nook Miles ticket, you're paying Nook Miles.
Yeah, which, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Another thing that really overshadowed Brewster was the gyroids are coming back.
Gyroids. Well, okay, but that can't really overshadow Brewster because the two are inextricably linked.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So back in the day, and here's what I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see if they remain linked in this game, because it used to be that gyroids were Brewster's other passion.
Yeah.
Oh.
In earlier games. So that's what I'm waiting to see about that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't he collect them or something?
Yeah, and he had stuff to say about them, and
that would be cool if they kept that.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would be neat.
So I have never. Okay, we're gonna go back again. Biscuit and Cookie really had no idea about Animal Crossing before Animal Crossing New Horizons.
It's true.
We have only learned things since playing New Horizons and creating, starting the podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but I mean, I am still continue to deep dive because I follow all Animal Crossing stuff quite obsessively and listen to podcasts every week, and the two that still exist. What about Shay? What was your first Animal Crossing game?
My first Animal Crossing game was Wild World, so I was really excited for Brewster. So freaking excited. I played Wild World, City Folk, New Leaf. So freaking excited for a lot of
Gosh.
stuff that came.
That-
Um,
That's
especially
understandable.
yeah, especially when I saw that the villagers can come to your house now because that was in the older games. I was so excited.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
pretty
yeah,
epic.
that was one of my favorite things because like they just bust into your house sometimes and
They just bust into your house. That's
yeah,
awesome.
they just show
Yeah.
up and I love it. I love it.
So, in I believe it's New Leaf. It's more of town. I guess city folk, same idea. More town built, right? So everyone has markets, stuff like that, instead of the traveling markets. But now Harb's Island Plaza, you're going to be able to. I think it's donate money. I think it was.
Well, I think you have to build the stuff like you would have had to build everything else.
Yeah. So then
Okay.
you're gonna get Harriet's gonna. You can get Harriet, Katrina, Kix, Sahara, and Red. Uh, Reese and Cyrus are back,
Yep.
And
which is really
Tortimer.
exciting. I've never seen them outside of like people playing New Leaf, so
Yeah. And wedding season.
and wedding season. Thank you, I forgot that.
Yes.
I
They're in
avoid that like
Pocket
the
Camp,
plague.
but
They are in Pocket Camp. Like the one time I logged in just to get the stuff from
Yeah.
Pocket Camp for New Horizons.
oh, it's Truth Hour here on the Petal Cafe.
So I was told that this is another thing that came in a different game was group stretching.
Yeah, so from what I understand, this is from like the first game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't play
Okay.
that one. I wish I
And
did.
it's I have to say it's so innately Japanese,
It is. It is very
right?
Japanese. Because in Japan, in all of the offices or workplaces, at the start of everyone's day, they do group stretches to like get everybody ready. It's a whole thing.
I
That's so
just
cool.
it makes me so happy that it's like a slice of Japanese culture that they're just sharing with the world. It makes me
Yeah.
happy.
So you can use buttons on your Joy-Cons, or your button controls, or your Joy-Cons motion controls to perform the stretching actions, which is really neat.
Oh,
So, like
start this.
early in the morning, you can do stretches with your villagers.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to be early in the morning?
Um,
I don't know about that
I assume so.
because I can
No,
already
you
tell
just
you.
interact with the tape deck at Town Hall to call everyone over.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
Okay, so you can do
Okay.
it whenever.
because I was
That's
about to
awesome.
say I'm gonna enact the night owl ordinance or whatever it is.
Which I'm
Like,
talking about next.
yeah. So is that going to affect my ability to do morning stretches with my villagers?
No, it's not. You just interact with the
Okay.
tape deck.
All right. Ordinances, go.
Ordinances. So I had to actually look what this up was. Look up what this was.
Wait, before you do, Shay, are you familiar with ordinances?
Yeah, I believe they were happened in New Leaf. Am I right?
No idea.
I remember in one of the games at least there were ordinances, but I don't remember all of them. And it like
All right.
changes what's the villagers or what's some things in the town, what happens in the town.
So there are 4 ordinances. Beautiful Island, make weeds appear less frequently. I feel like this is going to be mine. Early Bird, make shops open and close earlier and make villagers wake up earlier. Night Owl, make shops open and close later and make villagers
Ooh.
go to sleep later.
That's mine.
Or Bell Bloom, make items worth more bells. They'll also be more expensive.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That would be super handy for
Selling
folks,
fish.
Well, yeah, selling fish. Folks who don't have access to Nintendo Online to go and sell turnips at other people's islands.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I definitely would. So we're also getting some home upgrade stuff,
Oh
which I
my
think is
gosh.
one of the greatest things ever.
Yes.
Different exterior looks.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start there. Different house styles on the outside. Changes to being able to wallpaper just one wall versus all of the walls.
Yes, the accent wall.
Yeah, the accent wall. So excited with the accent wall.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then they're adding 2 more bridges and inclines. So we're going from 8 to 10. So excited. Custom fencing. Like, I have wanted more fencing forever.
That white
We get
fence.
white picket fence or Harb's Island fence, the one that people modded their switches for, and then it got like removed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I guess that was a hint for them, huh?
I think so. I feel like yes. New reactions. So excited
Yep.
for that too. And then the greatest thing ever is we had 1600 and we went to 2400 storage.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going from 2400 to 5000 storage
Yeah,
Yes.
like whoa.
capacity. It's like, what? It squeezed me.
Mm-hmm.
A hoarding central? I think it's time to
Very
hoard.
much. It was literally the night before cleaning out my storage to make
Yep.
room for stuff.
Yep.
And now I'm like, well, I guess I could just wait longer.
Yep. Yep. Also, new DIY recipes.
Mhm.
And with the new storage comes new furniture items. And some of
Yep.
those furniture items are cookers.
Mm-hmm.
So, like kitchen things.
I want to know if can we use any kitchen? Or does it have to be those ones?
No, I think
Oh.
you can anything that has a stove on it.
Mm.
Hmm.
So, like the ironwood kitchen, whatever.
Yeah, like if they made it so you couldn't use the ironwood kitchenette, there would be
Uproar.
issues.
Uproar. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new fences with this update, and a bunch of them
Not including customization.
not including customizations. This is just
Right.
base fencing.
Oh, love.
Which also gave me ideas to change up my island, and actually this update has given me ideas to finish my Four Seasons island. Because once I finish it, then I'm going to upload the dream address.
Nice.
Which is very exciting.
We've had a very important comment from our viewers about what about Froggy Chair?
Oh, I'm getting there.
You getting there? Okay.
Yeah. So, but with the new furniture, right? One of the greatest things from New Leaf that everybody was like, where's the Froggy Chair? Where's the Froggy Chair? We're now getting the Froggy Chair. And
Froggy chair.
people are losing their minds.
Yep.
Like losing their minds. It is I think it's between that. I think it's one of the most talked about things on Twitter, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agree.
I screamed when I saw it.
Yeah.
I literally screamed.
I said to myself, I'm like, Sammy is gonna lose
Yes,
her mind.
I thought about Sammy too. I was like, oh my god, Sammy's in the game.
Bathlin, could you exclamation point Sammy for us?
SAMMI.
Yeah.
Um,
I made my boyfriend sit down with me this morning to watch a compilation of reaction videos, and the Froggy Chair was amazing. Like everybody was basically screaming, and I'm like, see, this is important. You need to know that this is important.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Yep.
So like there's a bunch of new cook things. There's all of these new Nook Mile items, the Froggy Chair. They're called Plaza items that are Nook Mile items, but they're like they look like summer essentially, right? And then also with the new Nook Mile items is the ability to customize all of the Nook Mile items, which we could not do before. We would have to go around and go, do you
Right.
have this phone booth? Do you have
So
this?
that's a recent Cyrus thing, right?
That is a recent Cyrus thing.
Okay. I have a question about the plaza items.
Yes.
Does it mean that you can place them in the plaza?
That's what I'm thinking.
It would make sense if they're specifically called plaza items.
This is what makes me curious. I'm like, is this a translation choice? Or can we actually put them in the freaking plaza?
Fingers
Because-
crossed.
Yeah. Like, I need to know. I need this information. Like, now.
They haven't said anything about it yet.
That's what
So
I read it as.
We'll find out. We're gonna find out. So another thing to go with that, there was like a gazebo, an inflatable plaza toy, a plaza game stand, a teacup ride, the train, the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round. I have to revamp my entire summer area just for all the plaza stuff.
Mhm.
I'm so excited. And then another addition to the storage / new furniture items is a storage shed,
Yes.
which is an outside item
I'm
that
so
connects
excited
you
about this.
to your storage.
I
Game
am putting one
changer.
next to my airport. I'm putting one next to my house. I'm putting one in my pocket to carry around.
Yes.
Uh,
Everywhere, every corner of my island is gonna be there.
It's a new ABD furniture item that also allows you to access the bells in your bank account without having to run to town hall all the time to pull money out of your into your pockets.
Okay, it's not as good as if we were able to just use our debit cards.
It's kind of
But-
like that.
It's pretty good,
It's kind of like that.
but it's not
good
bad.
enough. It's good enough, I guess.
It's good enough. I guess.
Stop complaining. It's a big thing.
I'm not
So-
complaining. I'm trying to provide a slightly more critical commentary than just being squee OMG fangirl. Because that's how I am on the inside. But, you know, we're a news
Squee
source.
Let us sign up for a debit card right now. Like,
Yeah.
let us do
I would
it.
love that. To go with the changes and the customizations and like the one wall and stuff like that, you'll need a pro license for that, a construction license for that one wall thing, which is totally doable. And then you know all those custom design patterns that you get from Sable
Yeah.
Mhm.
that you really do nothing with except for customized furniture?
Yeah.
Well, now you can wear them.
I love it.
And you can also make them the flooring and or the wall.
Again, I have to say, this has got to be a quality of life update for folks who don't have Nintendo Online.
Well, I mean, it
I
is
mean, it's
definitely
cool.
a quality of life update.
Yes.
Most definitely. We're also getting 11 new hairstyles, which is super exciting because Biscuit needs a new haircut.
Yeah. Cookie too.
I'm so excited. It has my hairstyle, the afro
I
puff.
saw! I was
Amazing.
like, oh my god, it's a Shay style!
Yes, I'm so happy.
I can't believe it. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, well, Shay's gonna be happy.
Yep. Yes.
Which is just fantastic. I'm glad that they are giving all haircut like type updates.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And then 11 new reactions are coming. We get waving goodbye instead of having to greet everybody all the time. I think there's a two-handed wave as well. Say cheese. So like when you're taking photos.
Mhm.
And then jamming, so you can like instead of having to do
I'm
the
so excited about that.
instead of having to do the
I just want to bop. Let me bop.
you do bop.
The
do
villagers
bop.
get to bop. I want to bop.
You do bop. You bop with your little butt sticking out.
Yeah, that's not the same.
So, as well as, when you're, like I said, when you're taking photos, the Save Cheese reaction, you can use it with the new Pro Camera app, where like you can use the camera like a tripod, like you have it on a tripod.
A lot of the reactions that I was watching were like, wait, first person Animal Crossing view? Amazing.
Yep, first person
Yes.
Animal Crossing view,
Yeah.
which is just so neat. I'm very excited for. Another really cool addition is Island Life 101. So again, with people not having ever played the game before, this gives them information about what you can do that maybe is not intuitively,
Right.
intuitive to new players.
Because to be fair, it might be a little overwhelming to try and break into this enormous, now completely enormous game.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm just trying to get my mom started on Animal Crossing. Like, this is going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, getting her into it now is a very good time for that.
Mm-hmm. She's played Pocket Camp for the whole time, but has never played New Horizons. So I'm like, well, now's the time.
So we're also getting a bunch of new KK Slider songs,
Yay.
which is, there's not enough. I have to
There's
add
never
more
enough.
to my list.
Mhm.
We're getting ladders that you
Oh
can
my gosh.
DIY for ladders, so you don't have to carry a
Yes.
ladder around in your pocket everywhere, and you can just leave them there,
Mm-hmm.
and they can be on your island, so that people can just go up and down on different,
I want to
places.
know if villagers will be able to use them.
Oh, that's a good question. It says players can. No, I think it's just players.
Well, I mean, we'll see, but I'm curious.
And they'll be you can use them in your dreams.
Oh, cool.
They're dreamable.
Very good.
So when you were decorating like your kitchen or like a bathroom, and you put things in a very specific place, and there's only a little bit of space, but then your character couldn't fit behind because it was just so too small.
So much rage.
Yeah, that's fixed now. There's navigate tight spaces. So basically, you just shimmy your little character through.
Yes, you can scooch.
You can scooch.
Yes.
I'm so into scooching. They mentioned it being inside the house, though. I wonder if you can do it outside with furniture items.
I think it's just in general. Interact with furniture like couches. If you're like me, you have packed home. Yeah, I think it's just. It says tight spaces in your home, so I don't know if it's an outside thing. Maybe
that's what I'm not sure about. Because remember that area I had behind Stella's house where you're like, that chair is misaligned, and I'm like, I know, but it's because I can't access it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you know what else we're getting?
What are we getting?
New friends.
Friends.
New friends. There's a lot of new friends. I think there's about 40 of them.
There's 48 cards.
Yeah, 48 cards. So,
which include all of our new NPCs and new villagers, and then there's something like 15 or 20 more that are new.
Yeah, and they're all available in Series 5 of the booster of the Animal Crossing amiibo cards.
You gotta bet I'm gonna be camped out at Toys R Us for that.
Want to grab me a couple?
I will.
Thank you. So the last thing that's super exciting is the Happy Home Paradise. Now this is a separate DLC. It is a paid DLC, but if you have Nintendo Online and are upgrading to add the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis games, Happy Home Designer comes with it.
And so
Happy Home Paradise comes with it.
Well, we know it's Happy Home Designer. like, it's okay to call it that.
Okay, what's the one? So anyway, you can do a lot of building. It's on a resort. One of my most favorite things actually was in the direct, where Static and Spike were looking at a vacation island.
Yes,
I thought about you immediately.
I was like, oh my god. So there's some context.
Yeah.
Static is my favorite cranky villager.
Aw.
Like, hands down. He's on my island. He's never leaving. I love him so much. Spike is Cookie's favorite cranky
That's
villager.
so adorable.
And he's never leaving my island either.
So,
But they get vacation together.
so the fact that they were like trying to get a vacation home to his roommates was just like, oh my god.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. So
It had personal significance.
definitely had personal significance. So, and then another really cool thing is it's like, so the Happy Home Paradise is a job, so you get paid in what's called Pokey, and then you could buy really cool things from, what is his name, the manatee that's behind, whose name I've now forgotten.
It's not Wendell, is it?
It's W something.
I think, because if it's Wendell, he has been seen before in other games in a different capacity.
It's a different manatee.
It's a different manatee?
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Wendell a walrus?
Wendell is a walrus.
It's a hard word.
I tried.
You did.
Okay.
You did.
I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be Wendell or not, because I couldn't remember.
I thought it was
what
like
kind of
Wendell's
creature.
son.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be like, I guess
or like grandson or something, because it seems like they're doing that a lot in this game.
Yeah. So, but you can buy all this really cool furniture you can't get anywhere else, kind of thing. And you can make things more than just like resort vacation homes. You can make schools, restaurants, and hotels.
So cool.
Which is just the coolest thing ever. And they now have a Torii gate in there, and I think that's the niftiest thing ever.
Tell us what a Torii gate is.
So a Torii gate is the gate that stands at a Shinto shrine in Japan. So you walk through a Torii gate as like you're into like walking into the realm of the gods, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They're very tall. And there's a lot of them in Kyoto at the super famous shrine that I've been to.
Cool.
Yeah. And so it'll be available again on November 5th. You can pre-order it on the eShop on October 29th. I think you can update your Nintendo Online Switch members who purchase the Switch Plus expansion pack get it on the 25th. Ooh.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know we get the expansion pass as of the 25th, but we get the thing?
The expansion pack releases on the 25th.
Yeah.
So like the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Genesis.
Right.
And then the Happy Home Paradise. You get it for free, but you can't get it until the 5th.
Okay.
So that's cool.
All right. That's what I was confused about, because I was like, wait a second. Does that mean we can have it early? But I don't think so.
I mean, you might be able to download the information, but I don't think it like kicks over until the 5th when they do the update, like to the like, because it's
I just want to say this is going to be the most exciting server update we've ever had.
Yes, it is. Also, they've stated this is the last major free update, so they might have more paid ones in the future, and they probably have small free ones,
like small seasonal stuff and.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really like that they clarified that.
No, I did too.
Because now we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah. So that took up a lot of news. Whew, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, and the walrus name is Wardell.
Thank you.
Wardell. Okay.
I knew it was a W.
Okay. So is there any one single best thing in each of your opinions?
The bridges. My island is. I had to rearrange bridges, so like one of my sections needs a bridge, not a bridge. an incline,
Mhm.
and I could only have 8, and I was like, God damn it! But I need 9. So that'll be really exciting. Then I can actually make it accessible.
Yep. Yep.
Without needing a ladder.
So exciting. How about you, Shay?
I think probably the food. I literally, when I woke up in the morning, I messaged my Discord instead of my fiance first. And he called me and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "You can cook in Animal Crossing now. You can freaking make soup now." And he didn't understand, but I was like, I was so excited that you can basically make soup and eat an entire pizza now by yourself. So yeah, that's my favorite part.
Excellent.
It is exciting.
I'd have to say if I had to choose one thing from the non-DLC, it would be just the crops in general.
Oh,
I want to be able to
forgot
grow
about that.
things.
Yeah, the food gives us
Yeah.
the ability to do farming.
Yeah. If I had to choose one thing from the DLC, it's partition walls. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
I am
Now-
so into it.
Partition walls, and from what they said was you could bring a lot of the things from the Happy Home Paradise into your actual game,
Yeah.
right? Oh,
Yep.
I forgot a thing.
You did.
You can also update the decor in villager houses.
I know, it's so exciting.
Yes.
Like, that would make the price tag worth it for me on the DLC. Like, right away.
Yeah, it's so. Anyway, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about it more after it comes out.
happens, for sure.
No, we're not going to be moving back to an Animal Crossing podcast, but there'll be some talk.
Yeah. So, we have actually got other news.
Yay, other news!
I have a feeling our podcast is going to run a little long tonight.
Yep, probably.
Other news. So, Indiecade 2001 is coming up next weekend.
2021? 2021.
20. Did I say 2022?
2001.
Wow. We're going back in time.
Let's do the time warp again. Oh my god. Indiecade 2021
There you go.
is coming up next weekend. It runs from Friday, October 22 until evening on the 24th.
Wicked.
It's a sort of convention and sort of award ceremony where, with a free ticket, you have 48 hours to enjoy some talks, demos, and such for a bunch of awesome upcoming indie games, a few of which are actually on our radar. Indiecade 2049. Including Beacon Pines and Figment 2. You can find out more and register free for the online event at anywhere.indiecade.com. And we will link that in the show notes. Speaking of Figment 2, I have not mentioned this to Biscuit yet, but I actually had a Twitter exchange with Bedtime Digital Studios on Friday.
What? What?
They posted something about who would like some of this merch that we would bring to conventions, and I was like, "Oh, me!" And they were like, "Cool, DM me your address," and I was like, "Awesome." So I did, and then I was like, "By the way, we just reviewed Figment," and they were like, "Really?" So I sent them along the audio link, and then when I posted about it again on Twitter, they retweeted it.
Oh my god.
And I was like, Biscuit's gonna bots.
Also, where's Biscuit's merch?
Oh, it's not like I'm not gonna share. My goodness.
Biscuit needs swag.
Yes, Biscuit does need swag.
I love Figment. Oh my god. I knew. It's such a good game.
I know. Biscuit's gonna lose her biscuits.
Okay, what's Figment?
Figment is a
Oh,
game.
let me tell you.
It's the last game that we reviewed in our previous episode, and it is
Okay.
a wild ride.
So it's on the Switch, so you can play it on the Switch. It's also on Steam. It's a game where it's kind of it's a puzzle action RPG kind of game, but you're playing as Courage in someone's mind, and you have to fight against nightmares, and you get sung at, and
Did you
have to
say
figure
sung
out-
at?
Oh yeah.
Like
It's
aggressively.
it's like musical theater. I may or may not have bought the soundtrack because
Ooh,
it's
want.
that good. But so like you go through and basically you save this mind, and oh my god, it tears at your heart. Like it's powerful. It's a very deep game. I loved it so much.
We could invite Shay and all of our listeners to go back and watch or listen
my
to
VOD.
our review of Figment
Yes.
and any VODs that are still up on Biscuit's channel.
Yep.
Oh wait, I think I watched
I
a
streamed
stream.
it.
Yes, I think I've seen. I had to look up pictures, but I just didn't
Yep,
know the name
I
of the game.
streamed it.
Okay. Yes.
I streamed
Yep.
it.
Yep.
There was a
It's so
lot
good.
of it's basically Zelda the musical. Yes.
Which would be really
essentially.
good, Zelda the musical.
It
Yeah.
is such a good game. So, and they came out with, and it's by Bedtime Digital Games, sorry. And they came out with a second part, which is actually a standalone game. It is not it's a continuation to a point, but it is also a standalone game. So you do not have to play Figment to play Figment 2 to understand everything going on.
But you should.
But you should just play. You should play both of them.
You should just play it.
They're just that good. And so Figment 2 is coming out. I played the demo and I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited.
Hence, Biscuits gonna plots. Okay, moving along. We're getting a bit short on time here. Because we've been on for almost an hour and we haven't even gotten to the actual review.
Oops.
Well,
Not that that's a bad thing as long as everybody's okay for time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine. We're more worried
another-
about you, Shay, than anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
There is one other really interesting game that came out this week on Steam. Do you want to take that, Biscuit?
Well, you know more about it than I do, but it looks interesting.
Okay, so it's this game called Get Together where you play these sort of, I don't even know what you would call it, these void-ish bunnies. The art is really
Very
cool.
Donnie. It's very Donnie Darko.
It's a little Donnie Darko, but
Yeah.
in a more wholesome way.
In a very wholesome way. Yeah.
It's similar in concept to a game that Biscuit and I played on stream previously called TikTok Tale for Two.
Yeah.
In that you have to cooperate and communicate from separate screens. I learned there's actually a term for this kind of gameplay called asynchronous multiplayer.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Mhm. So it's like you have to describe to each other what you're seeing in order to cooperate and complete the game.
Oh
So,
gosh.
yeah. It's cool.
That
It
does
looks
sound
really neat.
fun.
And it's a very low cost game, so
Thank you,
it looks
Valvin.
neat.
Speaking of
Whew.
TikTok, A Tale for Two, we should probably finish that on stream, huh?
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
One of these days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Time for another collab stream? Yeah. Though this time we probably do it from Cookie's house and from Biscuit's house, unless we want to do it tomorrow after Cookie opens her present.
Oh, right. Yes, I do have to do that. I need to...
Cookie's gonna lose her cookies.
I get my biscuit birthday present. I get my biscuit tomorrow. I get my biscuit birthday present tomorrow.
Birthday? Is your birthday?
It was last week?
It was. It's
Happy
been a while
belated
now.
birthday.
Oh, thank you.
So
I
yeah,
was
get
telling
together.
people that I have leveled up and am now playing at my highest stats ever.
This game definitely I don't think loser cookies is what you think it means.
Oh my god.
Not that loser cookies. Not like that. Happiness.
Yes.
Mind blowing.
Yep.
I didn't say blow chunks.
Now we're just getting graphic.
Anyway.
Okay.
So get together is right now it's on sale for 10% off. It's $11.24 Canadian.
Yeah.
I don't know what that translates to American.
Not
This
that
is a special
much.
promotion that it ends on October 21st.
Yeah.
So I probably will be getting this. I will definitely be getting this game so that we can play on $9.89. Thank you, Valvin. We can play on stream together.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
Okay. We should probably take a couple minutes break in order to get ourselves resituated and come back and talk about Spiritfarer, because allegedly that's why we're here. It's just that we got derailed by this incredible news that...
We knew that this was going to happen, though.
It's true. To a certain extent we did. But, we
Yeah.
didn't know it was going to be this epic.
True.
I sure didn't.
Yeah, no, I had to take a nap afterward. I was tired. I was like emotionally exhausted from how awesome the direct
exactly. Okay, so let's take a quick 2-3 minute break. I'll put us on BRB, and then once we're ready to come back, we will talk Spiritfarer. So just hang out, bear with us. We'll be right back.
Yay!
So let me just...
Dipping my Cheetos into ice cream is a bit decadent for you. Not if you do the hot Cheetos and then you have the cold ice cream. So good. So
Really?
good. Yep, hot, like the flaming hot Cheetos in like vanilla ice cream.
I try it.
No, I wouldn't. Okay, so for context, this conversation has sort of been happening during the break, and now we're coming back in cold. But it's all good.
It was a chat conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spiritfarer. Tell me about Spiritfarer. I don't actually know anything.
Okay. So this is a game that I was completely obsessed with. Oh, wait. I forgot to turn you guys back on. I'm so sorry. I'm
Rude.
so sorry. I couldn't... They couldn't hear us. But we're back. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Pro
so I know
streamers,
nothing.
guys.
I know nothing about Spiritfarer.
Okay.
What's it about?
Spiritfarer is a game about... basically a game about helping people accept death at its core. So there are a lot of really interesting bits about this game to touch on, but let's start at the end when I tell you I absolutely recommend this game. Also, there are going to be a few mild spoilers in this because of some of the characters I want to talk about, specifically Gustav, but I'll try and keep it as non-specific as I can. Spiritfarer is a 2D light platformer and management game where both of those elements are less important than the story, but of course you need to have some way to actually play the game in order to get through the story, so you need some things to do. It's a very generous type of platformer, though, not too difficult, although there are a couple more challenging things, and a very forgiving form of management where nothing suffers if you forget to harvest your garden for a day, or you can't find the time to fulfill a character's request immediately. Thunder Lotus Games, the developing studio, is based in Montreal, Canada, actually just a few hours away from where Biscuit and I are recording. Montreal
That's
is
cool.
it's a fairly well-acknowledged center for game development in Canada, and several larger studios have offices there too. Thunder Lotus is a small and independent developer, though, who brought this game to life as only their third release, with the kind of thoughtful reflection that's become so necessary during our recent and ongoing worldwide challenges. We'll call it challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So The Escapist did a short documentary on the game's development, and we will link that in the show notes. A couple of interesting takeaways I had from it were the way the whole team poured themselves into aspects of the project, and the way the universe sort of smiled on the game's development and release when we didn't even know yet how much we'd need it. It had turned out to be the first game announced by Xbox at E3 in 2019, right after Cyberpunk 2077, so that made it memorable.
Yeah.
Then, at the end of development and release, was just a few months into the North American edition of the pandemic and the lockdown, in August 2020.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Spiritfarer is a thoughtful and thought-provoking game where you manage a boat of spirits on the river Styx. Over the course of the game, you learn about the lives of these spirits and ready them for the next part of their journey by way of various tasks and quests and gets. The protagonist doesn't speak, and the dialogue of the characters is that magical combination of text boxes and murmured nonsense that's so easy to adapt and localize. The music is lovely. That's what we're listening to right now. Except for the bus stop, which is like a lot.
I love the bus stop.
You like the bus? It just got a lot after a while.
It's just funny.
And the graphics are clear, crisp, and perfectly stylized. The game runs an average of 25 hours of playtime and has an average Metacritic score of about 84. It's pretty solid. Based on the statistics I was looking at, it seems like its popularity is mainly the PC followed by the Switch, despite its Xbox-related origins. I played it on the Switch, and it ran like a dream.
I play on Switch too.
Yeah. It's priced at what I would think of as like the higher end of indie studio spectrum at 30 US or 35 Canadian.
That's still not bad.
It's not bad, and in my opinion, it's well warranted and well worth it. Yeah, it's on Stadia, it's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox. You can get it everywhere. But it just looked from the statistics I was looking at on howlongtobeat.com that most of the people who had played it on PC, followed closely by the Switch, which I thought was interesting.
That is.
I had some personal challenges with the game, like I never quite figured out how the fishing mechanic works. I wasn't able to complete the super advanced platforming challenges that you're offered by a character near the end of their arc. Nonetheless, I was still able to complete the story, probably like a 90%, and experience all the feels that needed feeling throughout. I was quite obsessed with the game while I was playing it. Once it hooked me in, I felt like I needed to see it through, and so I played it like exclusively until I did. I also played the first DLC, which dropped right as I was finishing the main game. It's called the Lily DLC, and it's a little bit of additional content which adds some context to the protagonist's story, which you as the player didn't get to learn too much about during the main game. I thought it was a lovely addition. The more recent DLC, which is like the Beverly update, I only just started and I don't know yet what it's for or how it affects the story. But I understand that, Shay, you have played it.
Yes, I've played the Beverly DLC. She was the little bird.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I found her story kind of similar to Alice's.
Okay.
But I also liked her story as well because she had like these little projections that you had to go find. And you would put these things on the projector and it would like kind of like trigger some kind of memory of hers.
Okay.
Because she forgot a lot of things. And it was very sad. This game is very emotional for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very sad. She forgot a lot of things, but the projections helped trigger some of her memories. And I think there's like probably like 3 different projections that you find. And
So she's like a full-on additional character, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I liked her character. The only thing I didn't like about her is the way she ate. She made weird sounds.
Okay. Good to know.
She made she's like the loudest eater on the boat. It's very funny, but it's
I
yeah.
decided to drink some water, and then Shay's like, I just didn't like how she ate. Like,
No.
I almost spat my water out. Like,
No, it's just like I was like one time I fed her and I walked away, and then I heard this loud like meow 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 meow. I was like, "What is that?" And it was her
oh
eating
my
food. I was
god.
like, "Oh my god." Um,
Golly. Okay,
That
well,
is
I am going to go
so
back
funny.
and play that because I want to see how it affects the story.
yeah.
Shay, I wanted to know though about your experience with the game and specifically your thoughts on the choices they made about how they depicted the protagonist.
Okay. Well, first, my best friend um bought the game for me because they thought I would really like the game.
Mm.
Um, and they were right. Because I like very, I like games with a lot of story and games that make me feel. Um, so I've been feeling a lot.
I
Um,
could relate.
yeah, I've cried multiple times while streaming. Um, and I did not expect to cry as much as I did.
I never
Um,
do.
I really did not expect to get attached to some characters that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then it's crazy that like you learn so much through these characters about Stella.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Stella is the protagonist.
yes.
Okay.
Um, because like you don't Stella doesn't talk. You don't really know much about her. Um, and you find out that she's related to some of these spirits.
Mm.
So some of these spirits are turn out to be like her uncle or her neighbor, or just somehow she knows some of them. And I think that's a really cool way to find out more about her. Um, and I really like that choice, instead of like outright like saying like this is who she is, like we find out little bits and pieces about um, who she is through other people.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It is really neat the way you eventually, without getting too spoilery, you eventually get to see a lot more about um, how everything in the story is actually connected in some way.
Yeah,
Yeah, like these people she's coming across aren't random. So
Oh.
yeah,
That's
um,
cool.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to playing this game like a second time. Um, in particular because there is a character called Gustav that we need to talk about. So, spoiler alert. Um, Here, in case I say too much, I'll try not to. But basically, in life, Gustav was mobility limited,
Mm-hmm.
and in death, he's not. He was depicted with certain strong opinions about those circumstances, which it turns out were maybe not from the highest, most educated, or most informed perspectives on the part of the studio.
hmm
Oh.
This feedback was made very clear to them within about a month after the launch, which they quickly acknowledged on their website with a note that they were taking this learning opportunity to work with able gamers and rewrite parts of his story.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the patch for that was released just at the end of September, like 2 weeks ago. So they
Oh,
actually took
wicked.
a full year to consider and consult and decide what to fix. When I
Okay.
played the game through, it hadn't been patched yet. So now I want to go back and play it again to see what's different. And then also play Beverly and see if I can change the way I manage certain quests so that I have a more measured flow of characters this time around than I did the first time.
Yeah.
So when I played the game, I ended up getting like a heavily loaded boat to the point where all of a sudden a lot of the stories were ending all at once.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it didn't feel, because there's
Yeah.
no there's very little that you have to do in a particular order. There's
Yeah.
some, but it just sort of worked out that I ended up having like uh three spirits leave the boat at like almost exactly the same time, and then it felt really empty.
Aw.
So,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, I want to see if I can change that, and have it feel like a more balanced game. And I just want to see what's different, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Also,
s-
learned how to fish maybe. You said you were
and
good at
maybe
that.
learn how to fish properly. 'Cause I gotta look it up because I don't understand. You
Or hey,
have
you
these
could
like,
ask Shay.
The
yeah, Shay, did you figure it out?
it's just, how do you explain it?
I get the idea
I
that
have
so
to.
the mechanic is that if a fish fights your line and you fight back, like you have to ease it up, or the rod will break. And I never figured out how to
I
get
usually
the
just
hard
ease up.
fishes.
I usually just ease up when it turns red.
Yeah.
But even like when it's the hard fish, it's really hard to get them. I don't
Hmm.
understand.
So
I
I don't know.
I had trouble with those too.
I wonder if they have rebalanced it, because apparently there are a bunch of other quality of life updates with the been
Yeah,
released. Oh, I don't know.
I had stopped playing for a minute after a certain person left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk too much about it, but like Uncle
Right.
Atul after he
Mm-hmm.
left. Yeah.
You need to take a minute and like regroup and like feel your feelings.
I was a little traumatized.
Oh
Oh,
no.
No, he was one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
spirits. And
he's
then
lovely.
yeah, and just the way that he
Mm-hmm.
left. Well, it was
Mm-hmm.
pretty in character, I believe. Um I was not
Still like
expecting it. I was not
yeah.
expecting it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um yeah, and I had actually I after a stream I was like thinking about it so much that I had to like write about it. I was like, "Oh my god, like what the heck just happened?"
Yeah.
But that seems like the epitome of a really good game is one that like really hits you deep in the feels, you know? Like
Yeah.
Oh yes.
makes
Mm-hmm.
you think about everything that you just saw and or, you know, went on. Yeah, like this game, I didn't really know much about this game. I thought you just like ran around and did things.
I mean that too, but
I didn't really have any context of the fact that you're helping spirits move on to like
Mm-hmm.
the next, you know, the next realm or
Or,
wherever.
yeah.
So
And
maybe I'll
the
have to.
story, yeah, and the story takes some turns that you're a little surprised about. So
Yeah.
mhm.
uh, anyway, overall, I would already have given this game 10 out of 10 before the updates, like before the DLC and before the acknowledgments and learnings they did as a studio.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes it now like 13 out of 10. Like, lucky 13. Um, I really, really look forward to seeing what other projects this studio develops. Like, they are they are on my watch list forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game turned out to mean so much to me. I didn't expect it to become one of my favorite games that I've played like ever. It's so much fun and makes me it just makes me feel all the things and just makes me think about like things that I haven't thought about before and just like my own like things I've gone through myself in my own life with death and stuff like that. Um yeah, it's a really good game.
Yeah.
And I haven't finished it yet just because like I there's a character, a spirit, Stanley, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
so scared for when he leaves. I'm very scared.
I
Aw.
love Stanley.
I love Stanley with all my heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
cute.
that is Spiritfarer. I am happy to leave some space for some closing thoughts, but those are my thoughts.
Buy the game. It's
Play
worth it. It's
play the game.
worth it.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, Spiritfarer, 13 out of 10.
13 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nice.
Valve One tells us that the game has been on sale for as low as $10.50, so keep an eye out for deals.
Okay.
So I'm
Cool.
pretty sure that I got it on sale, but I can't remember for how much. But yeah, if you look around, you can find it. They want to make it accessible, I think. So
That's
it
awesome.
shows up all over the place. Next week,
Yep.
Biscuit
Yep.
will be bringing you our review of new Pokemon Snap with our guest Mads World.
Yay!
Ooh, new Pokemon Snap. Go.
Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to that. I have played very little of it, but I have played it. So maybe I'll try and dive in a little bit more before then.
It's a good
But we'll
game.
see. It is a good game.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. There's a lot of things going on next week that like Biscuit's birthday may be in there.
What? Yes.
Biscuit and Mads may be doing a charity stream week with a bunch of other streamers in support of breast cancer research. So lots of things to come. Also, Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. Yep. So look forward to that. My suspicion is that we'll be recording at the regular time, but do keep an eye on Twitter.
Yeah, no, we are. Yeah, it'll be on Sunday.
Okay. Because we normally record on Sunday afternoons, but we like to be flexible to make sure that the guests that we want to have on the show can be on the show.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, don't even worry.
It's our
even
pleasure.
worry.
Speaking of our guest, Shay of ShayIsPlaying, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitch at ShayIsPlaying. You can find me on Twitter at ShayIsPlaying. Yeah, I feel like that's all you would want to follow me on. I don't really use Instagram. But
That's cool.
yes.
Biscuit's in charge of our Instagram because I don't use it either. So
Yep.
Yep. So let's close it up here. The Petal Cafe podcast is recorded live on Twitch, usually on Sunday afternoons, then uploaded as a podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and wherever you get your podcasts by Tuesday.
If you like what you're hearing and want to know when we're recording next, head on over to Twitter or Instagram and turn on your notifications on. Or you can send us a DM and get an invitation to our Discord. If you'd like more of us, check the links in the chat, comments, or the show notes for all the places you can find Biscuit, Cookie, or our friend Shay.
If you want to support this podcast and our efforts to bring you wholesome video game news every week, we'd love for you to check out our brand new fan house. Check out fanhouse.app/thepetalcafe, all one word, where for the price of a coffee, you'll get access to things we're still working on, giveaways, and more.
For inquiries, you can email us at thepetalcafe@gmail.com. Episodes of the Petal Cafe podcast are a production of Petal Cafe Media. Our theme music was written for us and licensed by our friend and the talented John Stewart Campbell.
Thank you for hanging out with us and have a great rest of your day. We appreciate you.
Thanks, guys!
Thanks, guys. And thanks to Valvin, our Twitch guru, and thanks to Shay for being here, and thanks to Redria for being in chat, and all of our lurking viewers. We appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you!
And we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye.